You ever get the feeling there's some kind of secret code behind all your favorite songs? Well, guess what? There is. And today, we're going to crack it wide open. This is going to make you a better musician way faster than you ever thought possible. Okay, so if you've ever tried to learn an instrument, I bet this sounds familiar, right? It feels like you have to memorize this endless, just huge list of chords for every single song you want to play. And then you change the key. A whole new list. It's so overwhelming. But here's the secret. That's not how music really works at all. And that's the biggest problem, isn't it? It's not about talent. It's this idea that you have to use brute force memorization. You grind and learn the chords for one song and you feel great, but then you move to the next song and it feels like you're starting from scratch. It's the super frustrating cycle and it keeps you from, actually speaking the language of music. And you know what? To make things even more confusing, sometimes the tools we're given to explain music are part of the problem. You've probably seen those Roman numerals, right? They're used a lot in classical stuff, and honestly, they can just feel really awkward and confusing. The good news is, for pretty much all the pop, rock, and country music we listen to, there is a much simpler way. So, what is this simpler way? What's the big secret? Well, it's this. Underneath all that chaos, all those chords and keys that seem so random, there's a single, simple pattern. A foundational formula that basically runs almost all the music you and I listen to every single day. And that pattern, it's called the major scale. Now, I want you to think of it like the musical DNA for an entire key. Seriously, once you understand this one scale, you have the complete blueprint for everything that's supposed to be in that key. We're talking every melody, every harmony, every single chord. And here it is. This is the code. You ready? It's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That's it. And a whole step is just 2 frets on a guitar or 2 keys on a piano, and a half step is just 1. That simple little pattern, that's the key that unlocks the whole thing. All right, let's put it to the test. Let's start on the note C and just apply that formula. Whole step to D, whole step to E, half step to F. And what do we get? C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Look at that. No sharps, no flats, just the white keys on the piano. These are the 7 notes of C major. The pattern works. It's perfect. Okay, but wait, it gets even better. That scale pattern does way more than just give us a string of notes. If you take each of those 7 notes and build a basic chord on top of it, you get something incredible. You get a predictable family of 7 chords that just automatically sound amazing together. And this is the most mind-blowing part. This pattern of what kind of chord you get, it's universal. It doesn't matter what key you're in. The first chord is always major, the second and third, always minor. Fourth and fifth are major, the sixth is minor, and the seventh is this funky one called diminished. It's the exact same formula every single time. So let's see how this actually works. If we apply that formula to our C major scale, boom, here are the 7 chords. And check it out, the pattern is right there. The 1, the 4, and the 5 chords, C, F, and G, they're all major. And the 2, 3, and 6, D minor, E minor, and A minor, all minor. This is it. This is the official chord family for the key of C. Okay, so this is where we get to the real breakthrough, the big aha moment. Instead of getting bogged down thinking about chord letters like C, G, A minor, which change all the time, we can start thinking in numbers because the numbers, they describe the relationship between the chords. That is the secret to coda ring. Yeah, remember those clunky Roman numerals we talked about? Well, this system, which a lot of people call the Nashville number system, is just so much cleaner. 1, 4, 5 are your majors. 2, 3, and 6 are your minors. It's simple, it's direct, and man, is it powerful. All right, this is where the rubber meets the road. Let's see how this whole number system makes one of the absolute hardest things in music, changing a song's key, or what musicians call transposing, just easy, like shockingly easy. And we're going to use a classic example pretty much everybody knows, wagon wheel. Now, in the key of G, the chords that just repeat over and over are G, D, E minor, and C. Okay, so let's break out our decoder ring. The song's in the key of G, so G is our 1 chord, our home base. D, well, that's the 5th note of the G scale, so that's our 5 chord. E minor is the 6th note, so we call that our 6 minor. And C is the 4th, so it's the 4 chord.
Simple as that. So you see, the song's real identity, its DNA, isn't GDEMC. It's a 1-5-6 minor 4 progression. And here is the biggest secret in this whole explainer. This isn't just for wagon wheel. This exact code, 156M4, it's the backbone of a bazillion hit songs. We're talking everything from Let It Be to Don't Stop Believing to Adele's Someone Like You. It is, without a doubt, one of the most successful chord progressions in the history of pop music. Now watch this. This is where the magic happens. Let's say your singer can't hit the notes in G and needs to do it in the key of A. In the old days, you'd panic. Now, you just use the 156M4 formula. In the key of A, the 1 is A. The 5 is E. The 6 minor is F sharp minor. And the 4 is D. That's it. You're done. No guessing, no stress. The code just tells you the answer, instantly.
So by getting this one system, you've literally just unlocked a bunch of musical superpowers. This isn't some boring, dry theory lesson, right? This is a practical, hands-on toolkit that lets you play, write, and just get music on a way deeper level. I mean, think about what this really means. You can now listen to a song and start to recognize the sound of a 1 chord going to a 4 chord. You can look at a page of chords and just see the hidden numbers, the pattern underneath. You can take any song and move it to any key, just like that. You've officially graduated. You've gone from just memorizing shapes to actually understanding the language. This system, this code, it's the hidden blueprint behind so many songs you already know, so many songs you love. So really, there's only one question left. Now that you have the keys to the kingdom, what song are you going to unlock first?